5 subtle signs of autism. So you might be wondering, can autism present in ways that are not stereotypical, meaning they are different than what we might think of when we think of autism? You are correct. So here are some subtle or masked signs or traits of autism that often get missed, especially in adults. The first being social exhaustion chronically. So you might feel like you're friendly and outgoing and kind of can be the life of the party, but when you get home from that interaction, or maybe you start to feel drained while you're even there, you kind of crash and feel drained and need a lot of time to recuperate. And it might feel like you're performing rather than connecting. The second one is hyperempathy. So a person might really feel the emotions of others and sense that there's even subtle shifts in how someone is presenting emotionally, and we can feel other people's emotions kind of deeply and intensely, and it can be overwhelming. All right, this next one I've got a wee bit of familiarity with. So this one is having safety in routines, and it might look from the outside looking in that we are just like super duper organized. Well, actually, we might experience quite a bit of distress if our routine can't be followed or if it's disrupted, but you might not notice that. This might be happening internally. We might have learned that that's not okay to express, and we just kind of shove that down, deep down, can never retrieve it. All right, so number 4 here, we have a deep dive into interests. We might be really passionate about something, and this can show up in ways that are kind of expected for our identity. So maybe it's like, I really like crocheting and knitting, and I spend so much time doing it, honey. And you might not know I'm autistic because, like, if I present as AFAB, you're just like, well, you're just another AFAB person that likes to knit and crochet. Last but not least, we have masking or mimicry. So we might learn to copy tones, gestures, expressions from others. We might have internalized the social rules, quote unquote, of what it is expected of us in social situations. So if any of these sound familiar, doesn't mean that you're automatically autistic. I'm not saying that you're not, though, right? So it might be something to explore, and it might mean that your brain works in different ways and deserves understanding and not shame. If you can think of some other subtle signs that you would add to the list, I would love to hear them.